Okay, so one of the things we're doing here in the Joyties is we're monitoring what we call headspace gases, and this is for safety, to make sure that it's safe to keep drilling. So how we do this is inside this vial we have a little bit of sediment, so this is a sample that's come up in a sediment core, and we put it into this special vial that has a cap that seals on here, so this is going to be airtight, and then we put this vial containing our sediment into the oven at 70 degrees for 30 minutes. And then what we're going to do next is we use a special type of syringe. So this is a gas-tight syringe here. So we can put the needle in here. And this syringe has, you can see there's two sides here of the black side. So this means when it's pressed in like this, then it's closed. And when it's on the white side here, this is open. And so then what we do is we take this needle and we use it to pierce through the top of the vial. And then we do this, and now this is open, so we draw up our gas. We draw up 5 mils, and then we can shut the syringe so no gas is going to come out. And then what we'll do is we'll go over here to this instrument, which is a gas chromatograph. And then what we will do is attach the needle, and then we would inject the gas, and then press start to begin our run. And so this instrument here, this is a gas chromatograph, or a GC, and a GC is really just like a fancy oven. The main components are there's an injector here, so this is how we introduce the sample. Inside we have a capillary column, so this is like a long, thin coil. They vary in length depending on what kind of compounds we're going to look at. Here we're just looking at very volatile gases, so hydrocarbons with maybe just 1, 2, or 3, or maybe 4 carbon atoms. So these are very light hydrocarbons that we're looking at here, so we can have a shorter GC column. They do make very long GC columns of 60 meters or even 100 meters, which you can use to analyze much larger compounds. And so what happens inside a GC, so it's just like a fancy oven. So we inject some sample, it ends up on this long coil, which is the column. And then what happens is when you say go, the temperature program initiates, so it's going to heat up slowly. And as it's doing so, there's an inert carrier gas that's flowing through here. And the combination of the increase in temperature with the inert carrier gas in this column means that the gases, in this case we're measuring gases, so they'll be swept off the column. They travel through the length of the column, and that process makes them separate out, and then they go to a detector, and that tells us how much of each type of gas there is. And so on here in the Joyties, we're mainly looking for methane and ethane.